Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this is problem 1582, special positions in a binary matrix. This is an easy problem, so next I will show you my thought process and efficient solution. We are given a binary matrix, meaning a matrix with only ones and zeros. So let's say that we are given this. Here we have the visual representation of the input, and we need to return the number of special positions in this matrix. Now, a position is special if the value is 1 and all other elements in the same row and column are 0. For example, this position is special because this is the only one in this row and this column. Here we have another one, but this position is not special because in this same column we have another one. Given that we only have one special position, we return 1 in this example. My first intuition was to count the number of ones in every column and then count the number of ones in every row. And we need some data structure for this. You can use either an array or a map. In this case, I'm using one map for rows and another one for columns. And now we are iterating cells from left to right and from top to bottom. So first we are here, and given that we have a 1, we need to go to the map of rows at row number 0 and add 1 because we have a 1. So the count of ones at row 0 is now 1. And we need to do the same in this map. So we take the current column, number 0, and the count for this is 1. Now we continue with the next element. This is 0, so we can just continue. Here we have another 0, this is 0, this is 0, and here we have another 1. So we go to the map of rows at row number 1 and add 1 to this count. And we need to go to column number 2. So here we put 2, and the count for this is also 1. Now we are standing here. This is another 1, so we go to the map of rows at 2, and the count of this is now 1. And we need to go to the map of columns at 0, meaning we go here, and we need to add 1 to this count, so this is now 2. This means that we have 2 ones in column 0, these 2 ones. Next we have a 0, and next we have another 0, so these are the final maps. And now with this information we can iterate the matrix again, and whenever we find a 1, we check if we have another 1 in the same row or another 1 in the same column. In this case we have 1 in this row, which is this one, and 2 ones in the same column. Given that this number is greater than 1, this is not valid, so we have to continue. The result stays at 0 now. Next we are here, and this is 0, so we just continue. This is another 0, this is 0, this is 0, and next we have a 1. If we go to row number 1, the count is 1, meaning we only have this 1. And in column number 2, we have 1, 1 also. And given that these two values are 1, we are good to go. This is a valid position, so we add 1 to the result now. Next we are here, we go to row 2 and the count is 1, so we are good here. If we go to column number 0, the count is 2. Given that this is greater than 1, we just continue. This is not valid because we have another 1 up here. So next we have 0, next we have another 0, and that's it. Now we have already iterated every element in this matrix and the result is 1. Time complexity for this approach is big O of n times m because we are iterating every cell in this matrix 2 times, and this is overall big O of nm, and space complexity is big O of n plus m because we are using either 2 maps or 2 arrays. In this case we are using 2 maps. We need one map with a size corresponding to the amount of rows, and the other map has a size corresponding to the amount of columns. So with this in mind, now let's go with the code. First we can say that n and m are the length of the matrix and the length of matrix at 0. And we need 2 maps, one for rows. This is a default dictionary with a default value of 0 for every key. And we are using another map for columns. So now we can iterate every cell and add the corresponding counts to our maps. So for I in range n, for j in range m, we are checking if matrix at the current position is equal to 1, we add in rows I 1. And we need to add in columns at j a 1 also. Now we can iterate the matrix again, so the result is 0, and we can say for I in range n, for j in range m, every time we are checking if matrix at the current coordinates is equal to 1 and rows I is equal to 1 and columns at j is also equal to 1, in this case we have only one number 1 in this row and this column, so we can add 1 to the result. And finally, we can return result. So this is the entire code. Now let's submit this. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.